For my MWA2, our movie was The Grand Budapest Hotel. This particular film was made in 2014 by Wes Anderson, and it's like distinctively so. Like his techniques and the way he shoots his movies comes out a lot in the film. To start off, our main character is Gustav H, and he's like an eccentric hotel concierge, and he meets his lobby boy, like best friend and protege Zero later in the story. I think the movie's mainly like based around theft, murder, and war, but like it's told in a humorous, whimsical way, which is like a key identifier of a Wes Anderson film. There's like a couple others that I'll mention. The second one would be like the framing. He like needs his perfectly symmetrical shots. And the last thing is it feels a lot like a storybook, like he's storytelling something. A lot of his movies are like that. Other than that, three key elements I'll focus on are cinematography, performance, and storytelling. I'll get into those now. My first element is cinematography, so I'll be getting to like three topics here. So the first one is symmetry and framing, like I was saying in the intro. He makes every shot perfectly symmetrical. He's very niche about it. It feels like almost like a perfected photograph, so it feels a little artificial, but in a good way. The only reason it really works is because the storybook like feel to the movie, so it makes everything feel more intentional and carefully crafted, I would say. Secondly is the color and lighting, of course. There's super bold color palettes, and then there's super unsaturated ones, like the 1930s Hotel, which is really warm and pink, with the 1x1 square framing. It's very nostalgic. And then the 1960s Hotel, which is a lot duller and like colder and less vibrant. It's more modernized, I'd say. And it works because like it helps show the passage of time, and the pink and purple aesthetics make it feel like more dreamlike, I'd say. And then the last one is camera movement. So it's almost all still film. He like rarely ever uses shaky cam. More like dollhouse and stage play effects, I'd say. Like lots of fast zooms, whip pans, and tracking shots. A good example of this would be like the chase scene on the skis or like the dining room table scene. And it works because it keeps the comedic timing sharp. It feels playful yet precise, I'd say. And that wraps up cinematography. Alright, second element, big player, performance. A movie really doesn't work without good actors. Thankfully, this movie has pretty much an incredible cast that captures this film perfectly. For instance, our first actor who plays Gustav H, Ralph Fiennes, is really good at playing like overly proper and charming, also like ridiculously poetic all at once. Like it's a lot to deal with, but it's good. And then we have the actor Tony Revolori who plays Zero. And this dude gives a really, like, dry delivery. Like, he's calm, but he's really loyal. He's a very, very loyal apprentice. It also gives it away from, like, a straight-faced reaction to Gustav's, like, over-the-top antics. And then we have, like, all the supporting characters, like the bad guys and stuff. Willem Dafoe, who's the assassin, or, like, Jeff Goldblum as the lawyer. You know, it just really fits well. The cast is made very well. So coming back to performance, every actor plays their role seriously, and it just makes the comedy land better, I would say. It's a film collected of a lot of like weird, interesting people, and it adds charm to the movie. Okay, my last one is storytelling and themes. So, firstly, storybook structure. Since it's told from multiple timelines and different narrators, it feels like a lot like a fairy tale. And to be more specific, like the framing device, like the author telling the story of Zero's past, it makes it feel more legendary. Secondly is tone balancing. So for one, the movie's very fast-paced, which keeps it fun, and like there's a sense of nostalgia and sadness, but there's darker themes hidden under the humor, like war loss and like the decline of an era, for instance. Like the happening of a new world, or watching an old one die. And lastly, to conclude what I've been talking about, we have themes of time and change. The Grand Budapest Hotel itself represents the past, like once grand, but now it's fading. Gustav symbolizes an old world disappearing, so like when he dies, it's like it's passed on to Zero into the new world. Well, yeah, you get it. And that basically wraps up my third element. So to conclude this, is it worth watching? I would say yes. It's like visually stunning. It's brilliantly acted. Like every scene is in depth and it was precise to the point. All the actors are amazing in their own quirky, unique ways. It's mixed with comedy, yet it's like very important still because there's like a darkness to the film as well. If you prefer like your straightforward story, like maybe the Avengers, action-packed, this might not be for you.